What's up guys, I'm River.
I'm Allison.
And together we have a daily vlogging channel where we talk about our family, our life together, our marriage, and also travel. Today we're actually shooting this video from Santorini, Greece, because we took a recent trip there and we wanted to give you the top tips for traveling to Greece, particularly Athens, Greece. So our first tip for you is bring cash. When we were planning our visit to Greece, we didn't know what mixture of credit cards or cash should we bring. We ended up bringing about 50-50 in terms of what we planned to, and we definitely wish we would have brought more cash. The city of Athens definitely runs almost exclusively on cash. In the more touristy areas, there are places that take cards, but you're gonna wanna make sure that you have no international transaction fees on your credit cards because those will add up very fast. So although it may not make you the most comfortable, plan on having most of your transactions done with cash.
Our second tip is to eat away from touristy areas. So we stayed in Plaka, and while it's a great area to walk around, the prices can vary greatly between one restaurant to another. So some of the restaurants on the more busy streets can be marked up almost like over 100% higher than that food would normally be at a different restaurant.
And we're talking like maybe you walk 1 or 2 blocks in a different direction, and like Allison said, a same food, totally different price. Our third tip is actually walk everywhere. Athens is not necessarily a huge city. I mean, it is a city of 6 million people. It is a very large city. However, all of the more like touristy areas are all walkable to each other. We walked from the National Archaeological Museum all the way south of the Acropolis, and it's not very far. It's all walkable. I would definitely recommend that, especially because the cab prices or taxis can add up, and that would give you more money back into your pocket.
Our next tip is to wear shoes with good traction. So basically all of the streets in Athens are stone paved, but over time they've worn, so they're very, very smooth. So when you start getting inclines and all the streets are like hills, your shoes will slip if you don't have shoes with good traction. So heels, highly caution away from those unless you really want to, but yeah, all the streets are basically these stones that are really slippery.
And if you choose to go up to the Acropolis, all of those stones are ancient, have had millions of footprints all over them, and particularly those stones are very, very slippery. We wore sandals. I think I had like a boat shoe on and probably would have picked another form of footwear before going on that day.
Our next tip is to keep water with you. When we actually went to the top of the, what is it, Acropolis?
Acropolis.
They were out of water. So it was really strange because it's a high tourist area, but of course we were dying of thirst and they had no water. So always keep water with you.
Which actually feeds into our next tip, which is the tap water in Athens, in all of Greece, is drinkable. It's not dangerous like some parts of the world where, you know, it may have certain cultures in it or things like that that maybe Western folks like ourselves, being from the USA, it may make you sick. That's not the case in Greece. You can drink the tap water. However, you know, the bottled water is more convenient and just the peace of mind of having a cool beverage with you.
So the taxi from the airport to downtown Athens has 2 fixed prices. So the first is for daytime, which is between about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to about midnight, and that is a fixed 38 euro. For the time that is between midnight and about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., it's actually 54 euro. So if your cab driver tries to turn on his meter or tries to stray away from that, know that it is a fixed price for those 2 different time ranges.
In our tip earlier, we mentioned you can go to the more touristy restaurants. They are very pretty, very beautiful. They have lots of seating. But some of the best areas to eat in Athens, Greece come from 2 different neighborhoods. The first one is Plaka, and the second one is, I got it written down here, I'm trying to pronounce it, is Monastraki. If you're Greek and you're watching this, please don't comment negative things because I can't speak your language. But there are several really awesome restaurants. Some have beautiful views, good prices, excellent food. We went to a couple different restaurants in that area. One was called Greco's Project. The other one that we went to was called Be Social. That one was very good too, in totally different areas. But again, all very walkable, beautiful scenery, and awesome food.
So our last tip is to actually download an app called City to Go Maps. And one of my coworkers actually told me about this when he went to Italy. But this app allows you to download a map of the city or whatever area you're going to and then access it while you're offline. So even if you don't have service or Wi-Fi connection, you can still look at that map and you can still flag different places you'd like to go on there and see your location and proximity to them. So when you're walking around, you don't get lost. It's basically GPS that works offline. It's pretty awesome.
It was absolutely essential for everywhere that we've been. Right now we're in Santorini. We're going to Crete next. While we are in Switzerland and also in Athens, which this video is, it has been an absolute game changer. The app that Allison found through a coworker, so awesome. We're not affiliated with them at all, but if you want to check them out, we'll put a link to the App Store in the description below so you guys can check that out and download it for yourself. Athens overall is a very wonderful city. It has a lot of different things to offer from a historical standpoint, from a nightlife. It's actually absolutely stunning. I would highly recommend going to Athens, but make sure you follow some of our tips because we learned these are observations, and some of these things we learned the hard way and we wanted to share that with you. So thank you very much for watching this video and taking in our tips. We do have that daily vlogging videos and channel on this channel right here. So go ahead and click the link up in the corner. That way you can follow our trips, our adventures, and our life together. So be sure to subscribe, check out our social media links in the description below, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.